Alright, 8 students left, so there's a 50-50 chance that the culprit was someone I like. Hello, welcome back to P-Storm. I am Pluvius Lilon, and today we're playing Danganronpa Ved Thread, and we are about to start on the trial of Chapter 4. We're gonna find out who killed Mew, and we're gonna make that son of a bitch pay. Unless it was Kibo, or Kaito, or Gonta, or Maki, in which case, God help them. Okay. Let's examine the statue. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Or as the sound effects say, ramble. It's a very nice woodsy area in Central Park. Oh yeah, was the Monokuma statue holding a different object than the last time? Because I remember, I can swear that in at least one of the previous trials, he was holding a hourglass. Alright, let's go. Yeah. The 8 of us got onto the elevator. The door shut behind us. Like all those times before, we descended. It was dead quiet. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. Yeah, it's kind of like checking your blood pressure. It's like, you try to keep a calm mind as you wrap the cuff around your arm, but it's like, when it starts squeezing, I start freaking out, and and then it ends up high anyway. Okay, yeah, I haven't checked it at home since I actually did get prescribed blood pressure medication a couple months ago finally, and at first, they were just giving me baby doses, like 25 milligrams. It didn't help. I'd check my blood pressure at home, and it would be higher than it was at the fucking doctor's office. But recently, they upped it to 50 milligrams, and it has been helping a lot more. Like my blood pressure's like barely above normal now. I'm probably gonna, they're probably still gonna need to up it to maybe like 75, but yeah, I think that'll do the trick, honestly. There's no way to get used to it, really. The fear of death. We were all fighting it, trying to be courageous. Yeah, speaking of blood pressure. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. No, not an execution. A test of our will to survive. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. Though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling. Welcome! Go ahead and stand behind any open podium. Move your asses. If you don't want to see what I'll do to you if you keep Father waiting. Wait, is he back to normal? Huh? You not friend anymore? You jerks must feel pretty slick, using Monotaro's forgetfulness to befriend him. He just decided on his own that we were friends. But I won't let you guys trick Monotaro anymore, because he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side, but now he's forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Thanks to me, because I smacked the stuffing out of him. Yeah, how confusing. Well, whatever. I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer. It's dangerous. I'm gonna go lock myself in my room. Maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death flag. Let's get it started. The heart-racing excitement as the Blackened and the Spotless face off. We went to our podiums, as always. We knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. It's already the 4th time. The 4th class trial was about to begin. Miu Iruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. It's a tragedy, after all. She helped me and Kaede with those cameras, gave Kibo extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. Maybe she was deep-throating a ghost, and that's why her face is like that. She like, choked to death on ghost dick. I don't know. It seems like that would be how Miu would want to go out. And the culprit that killed her is one of us. I need to discover who that is. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. Man. This last screen looks fucking grim. It's just Shuichi and fucking Kokichi. I'll fight for it. I'll fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Okay, we gotta equip that skill that Maki gave us. Yes, save right here. You'd think I'd remember one of these days that the game gives you, that the game prompts you to save right before the class trial, like right before it starts proper. Okay. Charisma, cool and composed, downshift, upshift, trigger happy, delusion, financing. Increase the amount of mono coins obtained after class trials. I mean, that'd be useful in getting other characters skills, but I don't think it matters at this point, because, like, there's no free time in Chapter 5, right? It's like, that's the thing with Danganronpa games. The last free time session is in Chapter 4, usually. So yeah, I don't think I would have any use for mono coins after this. But okay, let's dive into it. Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation. Screw it. This is tiresome. You need more motivation. I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial. Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the vote results in 2 first places? Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the black end. As long as one of them's correct, it's fine. Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Thanks! Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now. What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that? Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here. Oh my, Himiko has become so determined. It's true. People really do change. But now she's lost what made her so unique. That's none of your business. We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify... Kaito's the culprit. What? Say that to my face, fucker, not online. See what happens. When we were still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder? Don't screw around. There's no way I'm the culprit. Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Miu. How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already know that. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times since Kaede. The fact that Kaito was the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. Alright. Monokuma File 4, Kaito's account. Small bottle of poison. Right. Killing Game Simulator. And Hammer. I forget where we even found the hammer. Let's see. Kaito was the only one logged out of the virtual world while he was looking for the... Fuck. While he was... God. Okay. While he was looking for the virtual world on the mansion's rooftop, a ring of light appeared around his feet, and he was suddenly logged out against his will. Okay. First, we need to decide if Miu was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies. Okay, I have a feeling the hammer is gonna come in handy here. Oh, fuck. Wubba dubba dub, is that true? Okay, nothing wrong there. Okay, Kaito logged out first by himself. Miu was still logged in. I guess... Damn. You saw the label on the poison bottle, right, Shuichi? Even the smallest amount can kill. The expression of agony on her face definitely looked like the symptoms of poison. Which is why Kaito is the culprit. I said I didn't do it. Shuichi, back me up here. Okay, let me see here. Bottle of poison was found on Kokichi's seat. Okay, nothing wrong there. Let's look at the... Okay. No injuries can be found on the victim's body. Huh, I have no clue. Okay, Miu was still logged in. Okay, that wasn't it. Alright. Yeah, I know it's only the first debate, but... Huh? But wasn't Miu still logged in? Is there any evidence that proves Miu was logged out? Alright. I know it's only the first debate, but I gotta look this up. Because I can't find a damn thing. Okay. Danganronpa. Alright, Chapter 4. Here we go. Small bottle of poison. Poisoned her. Maybe I should... Okay, let's see, the description. Small bottle of poison. Okay, yeah, her eyes looked fine. Miu wasn't killed by the poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot. Oh, but Miu's body... That's right, her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison. Then what was the poison for? Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then what was her real cause of death? Mew's real cause of death. The only one I can think of... the hammer.
Hey, that's from the virtual world.
You probably need a lot of time explaining to Kaito because of his thick-ass skull. What? Okay, Mew's corpse. What was the question? What was Mew's cause of death? Oh, the killing game simulator. Alright, come on. Oh my god, it's not letting me... Okay. Mew's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file. Mew received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from the shock. In that case, it's fair to say the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on? If you don't understand, then don't say anything. If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world. So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
It seems like Gonta is confused. Why don't we review things a bit? So we split into two groups to find the secret of the outside world. The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Tsumugi, Gonta, and... that NPC, Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Mew. Man, okay, this game came out in 2017. Had NPC had the term NPC gained its current meaning by then? How could someone have given a fatal damage in that situation? Or in that simulation? That's what we gotta think about. Now let's all work together. The hammer. Aw, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though. That was uncalled for. Someday my chest will grow like crazy.
Let's begin, then.
The fatal damage that Mew received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down. It's the hammer. Okay. Okay. The hammer is not a truth bullet we can use in this debate. Strangulation. Yeah, I mean, she was found looking like she was clutching at her neck. We have to determine the specific cause of death. If I think about the condition of Mew's body, that should yield a clue. I like how Mew has 3 X's on her portrait. For triple X. Yeah! Mew's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right, and the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Miu was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that could make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding onto her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, the Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses. In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world? If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim. Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her. Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker weapon would strangle a stronger person where a weaker person could strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd. But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
And they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope, huh? I have an idea of what it might be. I found it during the investigation. Let's see here. Loud noise, small bottle of poison, toilet paper. Yeah, it's unbreakable. During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion. Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here? I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her. Here's Gonta, thinking the toilet paper would have broken because he thought he was only dreaming.
What you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
What wrong? Shuichi goofing off. Not gentlemanly at all.
Okay, loud noise. Signboard uses a bridge. Okay. I can do that later. What? Oh. Here we go. There's something off about Gonta's statement. I should be careful. No, I'm positive. Toilet paper was used instead of rope. No, I'm positive. I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
You no can use toilet paper in place of rope.
There we go. The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You don't even know that?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope. Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it. Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her. It's how she would have wanted to go out.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, they did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
The toilet?
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case. No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer. No, but who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Wait, we already know who brought the hammer. The person who brought the hammer was it Mew? Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Huh? Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us. I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons.
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose. On purpose?
But why she do that?
Mew brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? We need to make that clear.
Break down a wall.
Okay, met up with someone. I need to think back to what she was doing, what her plan was. Mew was going to meet up with someone in the virtual world. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true? I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went to the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it. Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to... Mew asked to meet up with Kokichi so she could use the hammer... She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay? Mew's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues I found, we can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. Oh yeah, here we go.
Psyche taxi, motherfucker!
Blah! Wonder if I can... I was like, I wonder if I can drift. Who tried to kill wish there was just, like, a button that you could press to, like, go, hey, I want to solve this. Okay, who tried to kill Kokichi? It was Mew, obviously.
Thinking time.
Okay. Hit the one in the middle.
Good.
Okay, question 2. Man. This road's getting real narrow. It's turning into Turd's Turnpike here. Okay, where was Mew trying to kill Kokichi? The chapel. Oh, the virtual world. The afterlife. Alright, last question. Presumably. I like those billboards of Tsumugi. Ow! Okay, why was there a bottle of poison in Kokichi's seat? Make it look like a suicide, maybe? Okay, to divert attention. Okay, well, that tells us nothing we didn't already know. Let me check the time here. Okay, 36 minutes, that's not bad. She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world. She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Mew was the one who put that poison bottle there? Nah, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that. Man, we are chugging along. It's already playing Heat Up. Okay. Oh no, she didn't log out. Nope, didn't see that at all. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I gotta do. Hit that by accident.
What? Right? It could only be Kaido after all.
Hey, I said it wasn't me. I just got logged out suddenly. I didn't do anything.
Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so I had the right truth bullet, just hit the wrong statement for some reason.
Bam!
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it? If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in. That's right, she could have placed bottle on Kokichi's seat.
That was all part of Mew's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, and pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually. How did Mew log Kaito out?
With the cell phone.
Ugh. It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it. Kaito Momota. He logged out, just as I thought.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time. But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder. So she really was planning a moide.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why'd you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should say the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma? Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Wait, what are we talking about? I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah, if Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy. Huh? Mommy? My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't!
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together.
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died, not me. I don't know about that.
Huh? What you mean? What you talking about, Kokichi?
Cause she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know? She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. You would never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together. She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice. Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation. Now we can start a real class trial.
Hey, Kokichi sounds sorta like Monokuma.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah. I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? Poo-hoo-hoo. There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive. Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head! Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I'll never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can, but I don't need your permission. How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die. You know that?
You're right. I'm sorry.
How are we going to begin searching for the Or if we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Mew, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Mew.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked. But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy. I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember you and Gonta went off together when he started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locked the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked, so you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know? Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit. Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell.
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Mew's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first. Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Mew who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Mew sent the bridge connecting the mansion and the chapel into the river herself.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
If that's the case, then Mew might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise. It's true. First we need to determine if Mew was actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all? Okay, what does that say? Right next to the chapel. Oh, wait. At first glance, it seems as if it's impossible for Mew to go to the mansion. But there has to be some evidence that shows it was possible. When Smoogie was searching for the secret of the outside world in the virtual world's mansion, she saw Mew's avatar through the window. Maybe we gotta lie about it. Damn. I thought using the signboard as a bridge was the only way to cross the river. So what does that mean? Okay, Smoothie's account. Come on, let me change the fucking... There we go. Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Nyeh, why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was mistaken at first. Since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then how did she go to the mansion from the chapel? There must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was possible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated, or when it was impossible to cross the river. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder. She dropped a bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method could she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called the secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay. What? What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down, Shuichi.
Shut up.
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Mew used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. Okay.
Yeah, it was the wall. A warp zone. Shit. No, there we go.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Huh? Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found two such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. But we do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass through.
Mew's not an object, Shuichi. All women are queens.
What is it, Kaito?
Geez, Mew set up a weird wall like that? That's suspicion, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Nothing to do with it?
You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well. My sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Now wait a second. It's not actually impossible at all. Shit. There's no doubt that Mew was able to pass through the wall. I need to give some kind of proof of that. Okay. There we go. The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object? Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through the wall that only non-humans could go through. Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you. Kokichi, enough. I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. That just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay. It's actually pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through, then his secret route was through the wall? That's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall's the end of the world, literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there.
She probably lied. There'd be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied, huh?
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall. She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you don't have to go that far. Stop it. Don't badmouth Mommy.
Monotaro?
Listen to you, talking about Mommy. Like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh? Hey, you can't tell them such an important hint. Huh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true. Oh, shoot! Ah, jeez, you're lucky you're cute. Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mew to get the Cubs to reveal something? Guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes. So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes, Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we'll also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
Alright, let's clear up those strange occurrences. Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences? The events that led us there. What? You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen? Ah! What? What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel? That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud. And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well. For now, let's go outside and check.
Oh no!
What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too? What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world. Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talking like he noticed something, pretending not to know.
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you'd be the one to trust me.
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again. What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi? Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like Mew in the mansion or that loud noise. I need to remember everything else that happened in there. Let's see. Whew! That wasn't it. Whew. Okay, I feel like I'm getting a little better at the at mine. The sign that we were using as a bridge was on to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river. Whoops, my hand slipped. We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it. Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with the sign. Alright, here we go. Oh wow, another Psyche Taxi segment? Oh shit, the letters have started moving now. Okay, I got 10 minutes to uncover all the letters though, so I should be okay. I am not sure I have ever run out of time, like in any Danganronpa game. What? Why did I... Oh. At which point was the signboard swept away? Okay. The river. Alright, question 2. Ow. Okay, where's the end of the river? Fucking colored versions of the of the manga panel. All right. Chapel side. Alright, question 3. Oh man, the letter boxes are red now. Maybe they always were and I only just noticed it now. Well, at least they're stationary again. Well, most of them. Oh my god. Oh my god, why are they so fast? You're going so fucking fast, dude! Right, come on. Come on, just blast to the center. Alright, where was the signboard found after it was swept away? Mansion side. Yeah. Alright, one more. Man, is this our first Psyche Taxi to have 4 questions? Oh my god, the road's so narrow. I mean, I guess that's good, because we're like definitely, like... We're going to be missing a lot fewer letterboxes now. But also hitting a lot more cars. Okay, compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? With the river. Yeah, with the current. What? Okay, I guess it was against the current. Maybe there was like a switch behind the hidden wall that that reversed the river's current. It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watch the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it.
We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't Mew stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall. She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river, then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get it back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could be swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happen have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how? A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right? What? We'd be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you. So how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi? Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall. Shit. Shit. Okay. Loud noise, small bottle of poison, map of the mansion, map of the world. Toilet paper, sign uses a bridge. Lettuce! No. Okay, what was it? The clues related to the unnatural... What clues related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried on the river? Let me see if I can... Okay. Okay, wall added by Mew. It might have to do with the wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion? The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone, but it's not, right? That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that? Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble. Maybe it wraps around. Like the wall, like the world originally wrapped around, but Mew added the wall so that it wouldn't. What? This is the virtual world. We should throw away all our common sense, okay? Huh? The hell does that even mean? Kokichi might be onto something here. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river, how did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Downstream and upstream connect. What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the chapel isn't cut off at the wall near the the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop.
The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall, too.
Wait, in that case... I got it. I know Mew only set up one wall. Yeah, what are you talking about? The reason why she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls...
They're the same wall.
The walls by the chapel and mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion. Everything's starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Anus ain't ass, my dude.
It's all connected. More importantly, this is the final stretch. If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right? The secret, huh? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. Okay. Okay, doesn't start with an R. Doesn't start with a D. It's the unique feature of the virtual world. Come on! Okay, it doesn't start with an L. What does it start with? Okay, W. World loops is what I'm gonna guess. Brother, may I have some loops? Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop. Loop? Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right. Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops? What in the world? If that's true, it would explain why the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream. And floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks. What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set up to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
A looping wild. That's even more extraordinary than even magic. But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happen. I mean, when you think about it, our world loops too. Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Actually, if we know the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop... yeah, it starts here. Starts at the river. The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather her wall was at the center of the world. I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other with a wall between them. And any sound emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works. Impressive, Shuichi. For you to get this far? Yes, yes! You are useful indeed.
For you to get this far? What are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope, Mew pulled the strings here, not me, remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of the world, she cut off the loop. So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior! Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery. That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome. Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, the culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how class trial works, after all.
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next. What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Mew. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve. If we can't find the culprit, it would all be for nothing. I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Mew's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mew? Alright, is that it? Yes. Okay, we are at the intermission. And that's a good point to end the episode, I think. But if you enjoyed this video, then no further actions are required on your part. And we'll see you in the second half of the trial.